Okay, you'll wonder why I got leaves and snow, because we don't know how the weather's going to go. Will it, I mean, it's supposed to be 80s and 70s, and then next week, possible snow. So I thought I'd find a happy medium. Um, okay, so I covered for like an hour, 10 minutes of not just a press conference a week ago, but also in closing comments on how to possibly eradicate this COVID-19, which is another form of the family of coronavirus. I covered that, and I can tell when someone hasn't watched what I had to say or listened to what I had to say, because when they post something that has everything to do with what I had to say and post it to me as if I had not seen it. Yep. I mean, literally, that's like someone walking into your home that's been missing for 6 years because they were lost at a desert. And, you just look at them and say, you don't know what hard times is, And they just stare at you because there's a part of them that probably wants to kill you because you're not using that thing above your neck too well, But people need to think ahead of time. They need to really think about what they're saying sometimes, most times, if not every time, before they say it. Look at your environment, look what's going on, listen to what is needed, what has been rendered and stuff like that. And if you forget, that's all right. Say, I can't remember, I don't know if we went over this, but did you know about this? Or yes, I did know about this. And I covered this, or I spoke of this, or I sent you 2 different links on this a while ago. So it's good to pay attention so that if you do forget, things can be jarred quickly back to your mind with just the utterance of a couple of words. This brings me to the topic of Mnuchin, Trump administration, and them talking about getting $1,000 a month. And I closed real heavy on that, even though the ADD was kicking in and it was hard because I went over everything that I really had in my notes. And all that was left was me glancing over and seeing my daughter play a game. But, so instead of going to give an extra $1,000 to people, I'm gonna do this a little different, a little short. So everyone's gonna get $1,000. Everyone's gonna be happy. Everyone's gonna just yay, $1,000, and we're gonna get it now. They got to give it now. Okay, let's say everyone gets $1,000, but what they're not saying is, and these are the questions you got to ask yourself. Who is going to get these $1,000? Because while everyone likes to blanketly say Americans need, Americans going to get, we got to do for Americans, Americans are, Americans must, Americans will, all this Americans, and I've evolved on what America is, what the Americas are, and what the United States is. I've evolved on that, and in maybe 10 to 20 years, every other person on social media, giant elitism, will catch up. Because that seems to be what's happening. I am 3 to 10 years ahead of everybody on the mindset of what is needed and what we need to do. Today, Benjamin Dickson finally starts seeing, and he probably already has seen it, but he's finally said what I said 3.5 years ago. He's finally said it. He finally pulled out the old, we can be better if we are better. He finally pulled that out of his ass. He's the first. I'm waiting for people like Kyle Kalinske of Secular Talk. I'm waiting for everybody on the TYT roster to come into that area. I'm waiting for Farron Cousins to come into that area. Because see, I am the first to start talking about how people are just naturally stupid. And I don't want you to be stupid, but it's natural. We make up stuff, we go in it believing it wholeheartedly. And then no one can change our mind because we just can't change our belief, even though our belief is false. And when you think, just because someone says you need an extra $1,000, we need to get it to you now, that don't mean it's coming to you. It doesn't. Now, great. It would be amazing. It would be great. It would be positive. And I am all for it. If every single person that needs it gets it. And who would that be? Who would that be? These are the people that are not wealthy and people who are not rich. Now, they might be well-to-do, but that don't mean they got a backup plan, because they're grasshoppers, not ants. That's important to know. Grasshoppers got the money. They spend it because, everything's going to be all right. Ants, they prepare. They prepare at every single corner. And when things go wrong, they've been preparing so long, they know what to repair during their prepare. That's what they're doing. Their preparation is amazing. I love it. I wish we were half that talented. I do. And just in case the people are turned off about it, yes, stupid simply means those who know better but do not, or mostly refuse to act accordingly. You might know better, you just don't do it because it's part of your nature. It's just you. It's you. All right? I get that. But you got to ask yourself, if this is not me getting what I need, if this is not really working out for me, this mindset, this attitude, maybe I need to drop it. Maybe I need to drop it. Because you know what? We elect the people that hire the people. So we the people must be better to get better officials in so they can hire better people. Like Donald Trump, he claims what's the best. They're good people. They're the best people. They're the best. It's always the damn best. And they end up screwing everybody over except the rich and the wealthy. The rich got tons of money and the wealthy are the ones paying them that money. And all of them invest. They get on Wall Street or something like that. They invest. We don't. We're trying to live day to day. Those are the people that need the money. The day-to-day people. Those that once they go to the hospital or have to call the ambulance, they ain't got the money. Those are the ones that need that $1,000. And $1,000 is chump change compared to what we need. It's chump change. It's nothing. It's pointless. It's meaningless. And the reason I say that is because a third of that is going to the government. You're going to be taxed on it. Now, if you're not taxed on it, that's a song right there. It's a beautiful song. But they're going to tax you. 1/3 gone. They're giving you money that they can take from you and give it to the big donors, those oil companies, big pharma. And while Benjamin Dickson noticed what I said a long time ago, I said, anyone get tested, and I said it, anyone get tested, it's going to be those people that got the money to be tested. So you got celebrities, basketball stars and stuff like that being tested, while the unwashed masses have to go without and wonder. And they got to call these, healthcare providers. They got to call these call centers. And they got to wonder, what can I do? What can be done? How can it be done? Am I sick? I don't know. I got these symptoms. And they say, we don't know. You have to go in. And if you're not sick, but you got the flu or the cold, but you're scared and rationally, understandably, you are scared. And now you got to go into a facility where you most likely will get it when you don't have it, because they can't send it to your home so you can somehow test it, send it back. Or just go to a window at a hospital, drop it off with your name, your address, and all that stuff. Just drop it in the window, it hits the bottom, someone picks it up, sterilizes that, opens it up. It's got your name and stuff on the test kit too. There's a lot that could be done. No one's doing it. And we, at the bottom level of this big pyramid, don't have the money to get it started. Not individually. We at the bottom can't do anything individually. While we are the thickest layer of this pyramid that holds the whole damn thing up, we don't have the money to support us. We've got nothing under us. And I'm not saying we need people below us giving us money so we can support ourselves, because that's just going with the system. That's all that is. But we need to be self-sufficient. when I, back in the day, was partially in charge of a group of people in the game, my whole goal was to be self-sufficient. Instead of going out to other people and saying, hey, we need this, we need that. And they say, okay, join our ranks, do it our way, shut the hell up, go back to your place and be a complete shit because we've reprogrammed you. Because we had things that was good. We did things that it took so many others to do. We did it with a small group of ragtag people, and it was amazing. That was part of my heyday, online gaming wise, that is. And when you can find people in real life that say, we have a problem and we can solve it, we just got to work together, and they do it. And you don't need the government. You don't need to sit there and wait for Big Brother to say yes, or we'll think about it. When you don't have to do that, you empower yourselves. And when you empower yourselves and they see that you've empowered yourselves, that's when they get scared. And they'll tell you, it's coming, it's working, it's coming. Because this right now, this whole thing has gone from a hoax to a joke to not that bad. Only 5 dead, only 10 dead, only 100 dead. It's not going to be that bad. We've got the best. I knew it wasn't a hoax all along. I'm doing the best I can because from the very beginning I said we have to take this on. Oh, all that's coming. All of that is coming from your United States president. And you got people out there that bolster this stupid stuff. They say, hey, you go out there because it's the best time to go out there. Right now, there's no one waiting in line. There's no one at the airport. There's the pubs and the restaurants. You can go out and have a great meal, and there's not that many people around. And then you've got those that the very next day come out there and say, if you have people hired and they've gone outside exposing themselves to this, then you don't need to hire them. On the same damn show, the very next day, they will contradict themselves. And they don't care because they know you're not listening. So while they talk about having this $1,000 extra for everyone, they know you're not listening. You're not listening to what's not being said. Will it be taxed? Who will it be taxed? Who will be taxed? How much will it be taxed? Who deserves to have it? Not who's going to get it. Who deserves it? How much of that $1,000 do they deserve? And then they're trying to back it up talking to Andrew Yang. It's like, are you in contact with the Trump administration at all about this? And then he pulls out their bullshit line. Their people are talking to my people. But no, their team is talking to my team, and it's all going good. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. Now you're a sellout. It's happened. It's one thing you went to CNN, and I thought, this fool went to CNN, he's going to fuck it all up. And soon, give it a year or two, we would say, y'all may not have been the best thing. We need something else. And I don't know what that is. And he'll leave it. And everyone will be thinking this. He's coming up with something new and better. He's not going to say anything. And when he wants to make that big money, you know what's going to happen? He's going to be against UBI. He's going to be against Medicare for all. He's going to be against everything that he was running on. Just like your little Alabama Doug Jones. Remember him, Democrat? He also said we need to find more money for people. Now he says he don't. And Trump is doing great. And that's a Democrat. Y'all need to keep this in mind. I'm not going to make this too long. Sorry about that. I thought it was going to be quick, about 6 or 7 minutes, but I had a lot to say, and I got to make sure that I cover all. You know, I gotta cross the Q's, dot the T's, and slash over those I's, man. I got to do that. Caveats, warnings, all this stuff. But you know what? Ask yourself those important questions. Because I'm going to ask all you MAGA people. I'm going to say it right now. I just want you to ask yourself, look around you. Trump's been in charge all these years. How has he directly improved your life? How has he improved your quality of living? How has he improved your bank account? How has he removed directly, him and his orders, How has he and his team administration, how has they helped your billing situation? Can you go to the hospital and not be charged an arm and a leg? You know, throwing a crumb, that's not giving you a meal. That's just saying what you got left of them feeding off of you. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.